If you're just one person running the show, you will not get as much done as when you have a team of 3, 4, 5 people who all put their energy together and get a lot more done in 24 hours. So that's why hiring help in your company makes sense, and that's what you should be doing. So if you don't find something in one virtual assistant, you can find in someone else. Because let's be honest, where do you find more talent? Within a 20-mile radius from your office or worldwide, right? Worldwide. So hiring virtual assistants just makes sense. So in this episode, I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why companies are hiring virtual assistants and why you should too. I'm going to say something that everyone knows. Every entrepreneur wants to boost productivity, make more money, remove themselves as the bottleneck in their company, and free up their time. That's why hiring a virtual assistant is such a popular opinion among many business people. And yet, a lot of entrepreneurs think that all VAs do is just routine tasks, something basic like data entry. No, that's not true. There's a lot of specialized expertise that virtual assistants bring with them to the table. So they might be a niched virtual assistant that is perfect for your business. So in this episode, I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why companies are hiring virtual assistants and why you should too. Number one, like I mentioned, is the specialized expertise. Whether you need a social media specialist, a content writer, web developer, web designer, SEO, whatever it is that you need, there's a virtual assistant who does that and who does that well, or at least does it better than you. And even if you do it very well too, they will take this off your plate. So you need to focus on something else. So there are virtual assistants that are specialists in their field. Number two, streamline operations. When you streamline operations with a virtual assistant, that makes your life easier, right? Because you have a team of people taking care of the routine tasks, taking care of responsibilities, taking care of website, taking care of your social media, taking care of your email, of your calendar, of calling, of a lot of things. So what do? You focus on high-level activities. What is bringing revenue in your company? This helps you analyze your business from a bird's eye view and help you understand where to steer this ship and where to take it. Number three is probably one of my favorite points is you adapt your team as your business grows. There's nothing stagnant in business. You either go up or you go down. And as your business grows, your team needs to grow with you as well. Now, if you have a team of virtual assistants that has been loyal to you, dedicated to you, and has stayed with you for years, more likely they will feel this growth and they will grow with you as well. Now, why is this important? Because virtual assistants, they are mostly paid per hour, so they want to work more hours. That means if you grow, they have stability, but they also have more work to do. Or maybe they have more responsibilities, and now if they have responsibilities, this is an increase in their pay as well. So it's a win for you because you already have the right team to move this forward, and it's a win for the team because they get to make more money and get to have more stability in their jobs. So sometimes it makes sense to hire someone new, but a lot of the times it actually makes sense to grow your team to that point where they can take the next things off your plate rather than bringing someone new who you don't know how that's going to work out. The fourth reason why people hire virtual assistant is because it is an efficient way to run a company. You don't have expenses like overhead expenses, like equipment or an office space and a lot more, or even pay benefits. You don't have to pay benefits, even though I would encourage you to do so. And actually, I have an episode of what kind of benefits you can use for your virtual assistants. Make sure to go back and rewatch that episode if you've seen it, or watch it if this is something that interests you. But the idea is that there are a lot of expenses that you would incur with a local team that you don't have with virtual assistants. These VAs, they come with their own equipment, they have their own computers, they have access to good internet, and in fact, you can actually test this before you work with someone else. If the internet is not good, they have options to get a better package, or you can look at a different virtual assistant who has what you need. Because if you don't find what you need in one VA, you will find it in someone else. You have access to a global talent of pool. So if you don't find something in one virtual assistant, you can find in someone else. Because let's be honest, where do you find more talent? Within a 20-mile radius from your office or worldwide, right? Worldwide. So hiring virtual assistants just makes sense. Number five is people hire virtual assistants to increase customer satisfaction. Yeah, I know there's AI right now. This is all people talk about, AI and their robots, and a lot of things can be automated, but still nothing beats that human interaction. Not yet, at least. AI is not there yet. Even though it looks attractive, it still can do a lot of things. It still has its own limitations. So when you have a virtual assistant talking to your customers, talking to your vendors, building this human-to-human relationship and rapport and connection, this is the way to build a loyal base of customers because they will feel heard, they will feel understood, and your VA can have the flexibility to tailor the response or tailor the solution to that specific problem. AI cannot do that yet. Number 6, why people hire virtual assistants is because you get to leverage other people's time and skill set. So look, all of us have 24 hours a day, but your business doesn't have to have 24 hours a day. Meaning, let's say if I'm a solopreneur and I work alone in my business, I have maybe 18 hours to dedicate per day to my business. I need to eat and sleep sometimes too. But I have limited energy and I have limited time. When I hire people, I get to double that, triple that. All of a sudden, if I hire 2 people, I don't have 24 hours for the business. I have 48 hours for my business. And then I have 72 hours for the business, and so on and so forth. So you get the idea. There's beauty in leveraging other people's time and other people's skill set. And if you're just one person running the show, you will not get as much done as when you have a team of 3, 4, 5 people who all put their energy together and get a lot more done in 24 hours. So that's why hiring help in your company makes sense, and that's what you should be doing. I actually listened to a very interesting podcast with Brandon Turner recently, and he said something that kind of stuck with me. He said, and bear with me here for a second. He said, let's say you hire a person, he meant someone local, and they stay with you a couple of months and you pay them $20,000, right? Obviously, with virtual assistants, you wouldn't have this kind of expenses, but you pay someone $20,000 for a couple of months and they leave. So you basically, okay, well, that was a mistake. I just lost $20,000. And then you learn from that mistake and you hire the next person. And then that person stays with you a couple of months and they leave. So like, oh man, I lost $40,000. But you learn from that experience and you do it again and you do it better and better. So let's say you hire 5 people like that. You're down $100,000, but you hire the 6th person that is bringing you $1 million in the company. Was this a good investment? Yes, it was, because you had to learn through those experiences. You had to go through this hurdle to find the right person. Well, when you hire a virtual assistant, the beauty of that is that you don't have to spend that amount of money. It usually is more affordable. So that means your dollars stretch further, so you can grow your company faster and you can do a lot more with the dollars that you have. The second beautiful thing is that when you work with a company like us, like Hire Train VA, we already know all the mistakes that you might be making. We already have seen the red flags with all the virtual assistants. So we know what to look for when we hire the right person, and we shortcut it for you. You don't have to go through 5 of those rotations to find the right person. Sometimes if it happens that you have to replace the VA, we have a great policy in place. But you don't have to spend money. Our team will take good care of you and so on. So you get to get to that person that's going to make a big impact in your business much faster by working with us. And that's the beauty of virtual assistants. That's why so many companies choose us. That's why so many companies choose virtual assistants. And if that's the route you want to take, I would leave the link here, how you can get in touch with us. We'd love to see what we can do for you. Let me know in the comments, what else would you like me to address? What questions do you have about working with virtual assistants? And I'm not sure you know this, but on our website, hiretrainva.com, we have a free resource page where you can find everything you need to know to work with VAs, starting from mindset, to what to delegate, to how to delegate it, to all the templates, to the VA contracts, SOP, everything you need to know is going to be on that page. Make sure to check it out as well. Let me know how we can help. Always a pleasure speaking with you, and I'll see you next week.